So, thanks for joining me for part 2 of the quick fixes. Today we are actually gone to my local key cutters and I managed to get an old new stock Porsche key. The old boy in there was properly sound and he said, I can't warrant your key so I won't charge you. And he said, I'll just stick a £5 in the charity pot. So I dropped a £10 in there and said thank you very much. And as you can see, he's cutting it nicely for me. And to be fair to him, he did a bloody good job. The key itself, I'm not sure why, but it just seems to go into the barrel nicer and it seems to pop the locks on the door nicer as well. And I don't know if that's maybe because it's a bit thicker or what, I don't know. Maybe somebody can tell me. But yeah, really chuffed with that and I thought it looked really tidy. Right guys, so I've had the new key cut. This is the genuine old stock Porsche key. We'll see if it actually works. It's opened the door, which is obviously a start. We'll see if it will start it up. There you go. So new key is a fix. One little job done. Now for another little job. I've been getting a lot of water ingress in this hole. So not that you can actually hear me, but the around the boot lock on the 924 they have and the 44 for that matter, there's a big rubber O-ring and it's sort of like a dome shaped O-ring. And the idea is it sits snugly around the lock and stops any water ingress, but mine was completely perished and I got fed up of it looking as tacky as it did, and I think it was £8 for a new genuine Porsche one, so put it in and it was a bit of a pig. I had to put a bit of lube on, but once it was in, it gave it a much cleaner, fresher look on the back end. Next one is actually my tailpipe. It's looking properly cruddy. So as you can see, I gave it a real good polish and I used just WD-40, and I think the first pass I used like a 240 grit and then the second pass was an 800, and then I did a third pass with 2000. But as you can see, it made a massive difference and it just again brings the back end of the vehicle up and makes it look a bit shinier. Next we've got the horn. Now the horn actually works on one half of it, the other half is bloody awful. So we managed to break the bracket, or I say break the bracket, undo the bracket to get it off. Mike was actually helping me with this one. It makes life a damn sight easier when there's more than one of you. Right, one China special. So this will go on and hopefully we'll be able to fit it on to what Mike's taken off, which is the little dual tone shit. I mean, that's got to stay. This one wants to go. So that is the right size. Guaranteed China's finest. So got that old bastard off. It's pretty short. So we'll just attach another one to this and then hopefully have a German-Chinese hybrid two-tone horn. Hello, my angel. And who is it? Hello. Don't judge me. That was my beautiful little girl, and I was just saying hello to her, and she loves her daddy. And as my wife's just reminded me, she loves her Uncle Mike even more. So next up we have on the door trims the sort of just, I don't know what you'd call it really, but it's the B-pillar and it just looks a bit tatty. So very kindly Callum had offered to help me with them. I'd actually bought some black vinyl to retrim them and he did an absolutely brilliant job. I was so chuffed, and yeah, fair play to Callum, and I think we need to get him to wrap the whole car next. What do you reckon, peeps? Oh, it's going to look a fucking million times better, isn't it? The kit I bought actually came with a squeegee, with a plastic end and a felt end, and Callum just used a little like X-Acto knife type Stanley blade scalpely thing to cut it. It cut really easily, and I think the kit was literally like £4 or £5 delivered for the vinyl and the little squeegee, so I don't think you can say fairer than that. Neither does AJ. Hey! Callum even pulled back the rubber trims and got inside there. It was a bit more awkward, but he got all those bubbles out in the end. He did a good job. So Callum has spent his time putting the black trim on for me, and it has just lifted it massively compared to what it looked like. When you compare it to the other side, see how sun faded it is. Yeah, good job, thanks Cal. Get out, you dirty bastard, get out! Get out, you bastard! This is one of those little sort of jobs that's been bugging me for ages, and I wish I'd done it sooner, but it was finding one. But this is the door switch, and it's never worked. It's kind of been stuck in, so I got one again. Literally, I think £5 or £6 delivered, and you've got Mike and Callum both helping me with this. I say helping me. Mike's videoing, and Callum is using the little pink finger to show us what's going on.
Careful.
So Mike's asking if I'm explaining what I'm doing. To be fair, it's one Phillips screw and one terminal. That's all that's required to replace the door switch.
Nothing. Should have. Oh, I'm saying that actually. There you go.
Does not need to earth.
Yes. So when I put the screw in, hopefully.
That smells reasonable, doesn't it?
They're nice air fresheners actually.
I wonder what flavour that is.
As you can tell, when we're working on cars, we talk about the most random crap, including the taste of air fresheners.
Orifice.
Stop touching my penis! Oh, hang on. She's actually having a shit fit. I can hear her really. Stop. Fuck off, cunt. That's you! Fucking hell. Everybody wants to have a go.
And now smell it.
Mike, facial expression on that one, Mike?
Right, so in theory, that's set to the right position now. Which is that one, I think. Yeah! Give me the camera. Push a button in. Hang on. Yeah. Yeah! Well done.
Next job is another quick fix, but this one has been bugging me for ages, and the voltmeter basically would sit, like you'd start the car up and it'd sit around 12, and it would take ages and ages and ages to get to sort of 14.2, 13.8, something like that. What it actually was the belt was slipping, and until the engine warmed up, but the belt was too slack, but it was the end of its adjustment. Right, so The right belt should be an 888 by 10mm. Now I've got like a 912 on it, 913, so it's quite a bit bigger. So let's see if we can get this over it. So adjustment is on that 13 up there, and it pivots up behind the alternator, up sort of up here. So we'll undo that 13 there, and hopefully just slip the belt off and slip the new one on. Right, so 13's undone, it should. There you go. Now, there's the adjustment there. Belt should, in theory, just slip off. Okay, it's belt off. But the new belt, as I say, I think it's going to be a fair bit harder to get on, but we shall see. Okay, I'm going to need 2 hands for this. So I got the 888 on, and yeah, the easiest way for me was to put the pry bar behind the back of the alternator to get the leverage on for the adjustment. But that basically sat just slightly off of the stop. So I've just started it up and we're straight up to 14, no hesitation. Still drops when you put the loads on, get the fan, the radio's on, and if I put the pop-ups on, it still drops down, but no squealing now, which is the main thing. So that's round 2 of quick fixes done. Thanks for watching. Again, let me know what you think is the best quick fix out of the lot, which one you think was most worth it. If you could like and subscribe, I'd be really grateful. And thank you all. See you on the next video. See ya.